everyone, and welcome to my channel once again. In today's video I'm going to show you guys how to crochet this bonnet with the tiny neck warmer. It's very easy and simple to make. I was requested to recently, one of my niece, she saw something similar in knitting and asked me if I could make something similar for her daughter, and I said to her I have not made anything like that. I have never tried making bonnet, etc. But then I said to her that okay, I'll try. So I think it came out okay. It looks very cute when it's worn, and this is how it looks otherwise. This is the one I have already made one, and the red one, this one I'm going to show you guys on video how to make that. It's very simple and easy to make. The yarn I used is this one. You can use any kind of yarn and any what you call it, ply of the yarn, but I use this one, and it's baby model by Ice Yarn, and into 100 gram of the yarn there is 330 meters of the yarn, but it's totally up to you whichever yarn you wanna use, totally depending on your choice. And I used 4mm crochet hook. This bonnet is going to be suitable, or this fits approximately from 3 months to 6 months old baby. So it's very simple and easy to make. So let's get started. To start our cap, or whatever you want to call it, for that what we are going to do is I'm going to knit a ring. You can either make chain 5 or you can start with magic ring. The method I prefer is by making chains. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make chain 5, 1 2 sorry chain 4, 2 3 and 4, slip stitch into our first chain, and there we have our tiny ring. All of the stitches we are going to make into this ring. Chain 3, 1 2 and 3, and this starting chain 3 does not count as our first double crochet. Now we are going to make 12 double crochets into this ring. 1 2 3 4 5 6. I will make rest of the double crochets off camera so that I can save some time. I have made 6 double crochets. I will make 6 more. I have made 12 double crochets. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. This starting chain does not count as our stitch. So what I am going to do is I am going to slip stitch on the top of our first double crochet like that, and then make chain 3, 1 2 and 3, and again starting chain 3 does not count as our first double crochet. If in any round our starting chain 3 counts as our first double crochet, I will mention that. Otherwise it's not counted as our first double crochet. So I'm going to make 2 double crochets into the same double crochet, 1 and 2, and two double crochets into each and every double crochet, 1 and 2. Repeat this pattern all the way to the end by making 2 double crochets in each and every double crochet. At the end of this round you should end up with 24 double crochets. Slip stitch on the top of our first double crochet, skipping starting chain 3. third round we are going to make chain 3, 1 2 and 3, and make one double crochet into the same double crochet, the first one, 2 double crochets into the next one, 1 and 2, 1 double crochet into the next one, 2 double crochets into the next one, 1 and 2. Repeat this pattern, this small section, by making one double crochet into the next and 2 double crochet into the next. We are going to make increasing every second stitch all the way to the end. At the end of this round you should end up with 36 double crochets. Slip stitch on the top of our first double crochet, like that, and then make chain 3, 1 2 and 3, 1 double crochet into the first double crochet and the double crochet after that, 1 and 1 double crochet into the next one, 2 double crochets into the third one, 1 and 2. Again 1 double crochet into next 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, 2 double crochets into the next one, 1 and 2. This is the small section. We are going to repeat all the way to the end by making 1 double crochet into next 2 and 2 double crochet into the third one. We are going to make increase every third stitch in this round. Slip stitch on the top of our first double crochet, chain 3, 1 2 and 3, 1 double crochet into the same double crochet, the first one, 1 double crochet into next 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, 2 double crochets into the next one, 1 and 2. Now 1 double crochet into next 3 double crochets, 1 2 3, 2 double crochets into the next one, 1 and 2. This is the pattern we are going to repeat from here to here by making 1 double crochet into next 3 double crochets and then 2 double crochets into the next. We are going to make increasing every fourth stitch. Slip stitch on the top of our first double crochet here, and then make chain 3 to start our next round. 1 2 3, 1 double crochet into next 4 double crochets including the first one, 1 2 3 4 and 2 double crochets into the next one, 1 and 2. Again 1 double crochet into next 4 stitches, 1 2, 3, 4, and 2 double crochets into the next one. 1 and 2. This is the small section we are going to repeat by making 1 double crochet into next 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochets and 2 double crochets into the next one. We are going to make increasing every 5th stitch. Slip stitch on the top of our first double crochet. This was the last increasing round. What we are going to do now is we are not going to work in rounds, we are going to work in rows. And for that, what we are going to do is we are going to make 1, 2, 3, 3 chains, and we will make simple 1 double crochet into each and every stitch. We are not going to make any increasing now. Make 1 double crochet into each and every double crochet, and I will resume the video when I reach here, and then I will tell what we are going to do next. I'm at the end of this round. I'm not going to join into this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make chain 3, 1, 2, 3 and turn around, and this starting chain 3 again does not count as our first double crochet, so I will make 1 double crochet into each and every double crochet without making any increasing. I will simply make 1 double crochet into each and every double crochet all the way to the end, and then I will resume the video again. I am at the end of this round. I'm not going to make any stitches into this starting chain 3 because from the last round, because as I said that does not count as our first double crochet. So I'm going to repeat this round which we have just worked. I'm going to repeat it as many times as I need to, and then I will resume the video again. I will see if I have to repeat it for like maybe 5 times or 6 times, totally depending when I get the when I will get the length of these rounds I want, then I will stop working and then I will resume the video again. So I repeated that round for 5 more times. This is where in this round, this was the last increasing round, and after that I made 2 rounds, and then as I told that I was going to repeat this round, so I repeated that round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. In total, after increasing rounds, I have 7 rounds. After increasing rounds, I have total 7 rounds. You can add these rounds as many times as you want to. I will just show you guys how does it look right now. This is how it looks right now. I still need to make couple of more rounds here, but when I will make this ribbing, I will make maybe 2 or 3 rounds of this ribbing, so then I will get the what you call it, length or width or whatever you can call it, the desired length or width I want to. So repeat those rounds as many times as you need to, minus 2 or 3 rounds, because as you can see there is still some rounds left. I have to make rounds more here, but when I will make the ribbing, it will cover up this the front. This is how it looks right now. So let's work further on. So now what we are going to do, we are going to make, I am going to make chain 12 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Why I made these chains? I will show you guys why I made these chains. Right now what you are going to do is you are going to slip stitch into the first double crochet on the other side, like that. And now I will show you guys why I made these chains. This is the part which is going to be the neckline part of the bonnet, so I made these chains so that it can fit easily into the head of the baby. I'll try to. So now I will show you guys how does it goes onto the head of the baby, like that. Don't worry if it's a little bit loose here, because when we are going to make ribbing etc, then we will close it a little bit, so maybe it will be this much opened. So that's why I made chain 12. You can make as many chains as you want to, or as many chains as you have to, totally depending on the length of the neckline you want to. And now there is just one thing that I had to mention, that make sure that the right side of the back side of the bonnet is facing towards you. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make chain 3, and this side which is facing towards you should be the right side of your work. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to make chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and this starting chain 3 does not count as our first double crochet. So what I'm going to do is I am going to turn around and make 1 double crochet into each and every chain. We made 12 chains, so we should end up with 12 double crochets here in the opening, in the neck, on the neckline opening. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. 1 double crochet into each and every chain, and we have 12 double crochet. Now what I'm going to do, we are not going to work here, because this is where we are going to work ribbing later on. I will try to zoom out and show you guys a little bit better if I can. What you are going to do is you are not going to work on the opening of this bonnet. What we are going to do is we are working on this side. This is going to be the neckline, whole of the neckline. Like if you see like this is the back side of the bonnet. So we are going to work, these are the rounds which we made after increasing rounds. We are going to work here, not on the front side of the bonnet. This is the front side of the bonnet. I will show you guys once more. It can be a little bit confusing, so this is where we have made our double crochets. So instead of going there, we are not going to make any stitches there. we are going to make our stitches here on the back side of the bonnet. So for that, what we are going to do is very simple and easy. We are going to make 1 double crochet evenly this is the double crochet, this is the top of the double crochet, so we are going to make 1 double crochet into that, 1 double crochet on the side of the double crochet, 1 double crochet on the bottom of that double crochet and top of the next double crochet, again 1 double crochet on the side of that double crochet. Basically you are making 2 double crochets into each and every double crochet. Repeat this pattern all the way. Repeat this pattern all the way here and then all the way on the other side as well, and then repeat the pattern here and then slip stitch on the top of our first double crochet which we made into the first chain of the 12 chains. We made 12 chains here, and this is the first double crochet we made, so we are going to slip stitch on the top of our first double crochet, and then I will resume the video again. I'm at the center of the back side, and this is the base of this double crochet. This is the round we made after this was our last increasing round, and this is the round, or this is the row we made after that, and this is the base of that double crochet. So I'm going to make 1 double crochet into that, and this is base of the next double crochet. This is chain 3 and this is first double crochet, and I'm going to make 1 double crochet into that as well, and repeat the pattern by making double crochet evenly until you reach at the end of this round, or the starting point of this round. Remember to make 1 double crochet here as well. This is the top of the double crochet because we made a double crochet here on the top of this double crochet, so we are going to do the same here. We are going to make a double crochet on the top of that double crochet, skip next double crochet chain, skip starting chain 3 and make slip stitch on the top of first available double crochet. Now what we are going to do is we are going to do some marking. You don't have to do the marking if you can just remember it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this bonnet and I'm going to find 2 central points, 1 central point on the front and 1 central point on the back. It's okay if you miss 1 stitch or anything like that. Just find the central stitch like there. I will place a stitch marker into that, and here on the front as well. This is the central stitch. I will place a stitch marker onto that. And now we will make chain 3 and we will not turn our work around. What we will do is we will keep on working in rounds. So I will make chain 3, 1, we have already made 1, so 2 and 3, and I will make a double crochet until I reach 1 double crochet into each and every stitch until I reach my first stitch marker. Into the stitch marker, what I am going to do is I am going to work a shell stitch. This one I am going to make 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3, chain 2, 1 and 2, and 3 more double crochets into the same central stitch. 1, 2 and 3. And now make 1 double crochet into each and every stitch until you reach the next stitch marker. Simply 1 double crochet into each and every double crochet. One shell stitch into this stitch marker, into the stitch where we have placed our stitch marker, by making 3 double crochets. 1, 2 and 3, chain 2, 1 and 2 and 3 more double crochets into the same stitch. 1, 2 and 3. This completes our what you call it, shell stitch. Now repeat the pattern by making 1 double crochet into each and every double crochet until you reach at the end of this round. Slip stitch on the top of our first double crochet, which is this one. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3 and make 1 double crochet into all double crochets until you reach the chain 2 space. Simple 1 double crochet into each and every stitch. Like that. Now into the chain 2 space make a shell stitch. Chain 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1 and 2, 3 more double crochets into same chain 3 space. 1, 2 and 3. Now make 1 double crochet into each and every double crochet until you reach the chain 2 space on the back side. Like that. Simple regular plain double crochet into each and every double crochet until you reach the next chain 2 space or chain 2 space on the back side. This is the chain 2 space on the back side. What I'm going to do, I'm going to work a shell stitch into that by making 1, 2, 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 more double crochets into the same chain 2 space. 1, 2 and 3. And now what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to make 1 double crochet into each and every double crochet, and then I will slip stitch on the top of our first double crochet. Skip starting chain 3 and slip stitch on the top of our first double crochet. Repeat the last round, which is that you are going to simply make 1 double crochet into each and every double crochet including these double crochets as well, which are the part of our shell stitch. Make 1 double crochet into each and every double crochet, and into the both chain 2 spaces on the front and back you are going to make a shell stitch, which is 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochets. and then again 1 double crochet into each and every double crochet until you reach the chain 2 on the back side, and make a shell stitch into that. If you find it a little bit confusing, maybe you can place a stitch marker into both of these chain 2 spaces if you find it a little bit confusing. What we are going to do is what we are doing right now is that we are working on this part, on the front and on the back side. This part we are working. So repeat that round as many times as you want to until you think that you got the desired length of that part, like that. For example, if you think that you got the desired length of this part, then you stop working. Sorry, I still have to weave in the ends, but I will do it later on. But repeat those rounds as many times as you think you have to until you think that you got the length of these two parts, and then I will resume the video again. So I have repeated those rounds, and now I think I got the length of this part I wanted. Now what I'm going to do is, this is the opening or the front side of the bonnet. This is the back side and this is the front side, and this is where we made our extra 12 chains, if you remember here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do some decreasing just on these stitches, these 12 double crochets that we made on those 12 chains. For that, what I'm going to do is I am going to join, hopefully I can explain it better. This is the opening of the neckline. I thought maybe this way I can explain it better. This is the opening of the neckline. These are the double crochets, 12 double crochets that we made into those 12 chains. So what I'm going to do is, this is the first available double crochet on the opening of the front. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to join my yarn into first available double crochet, but I'm going to join by front post join and into 2 double crochets because we are going to do some decreasing. Now I will take it off. Like that, and now I will join my yarn there. Maybe I should zoom it a little bit in because I have showed you guys where I'm going to join my yarn. So now I'm going to join yarn front post into both of these 2 double crochets, because we are going to do, we have 12 double crochets, we are going to do decreasing only into these 12 stitches, so we will end up with 6 stitches on the front opening. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a front post double crochet into into first 2 double crochets like that, and then into next 2 double crochets I'm going to make back post double crochets into next 2, front post double crochet into next 2, together. I mean, you are going to make one front post double crochet into around the post of next 2 double crochets, back post double crochet around the post of next 2 double crochets by converting them into 1 into these next 2. We had 12 double crochets, you should end up with 6 double crochets. Now again I'm going to convert these 2 stitches into 1 front post double crochet, and again we have two more to go. we are going to convert them into one back post double crochet like that. So we have closed the opening a little bit. It's this part of the bonnet or whatever you want to call it, and now it's simple. What we are going to do now, it's the upper part of the what you call it, opening part of the bonnet. I will make simple front post double crochet into the next, back post double crochet into the next, front post double crochet into the next, back post double crochet into the next. Repeat this pattern all the way to the end by making front post double crochet into the next and back post double crochet into the next. We are not going to make any decreasing here. This is where we are, so we are not going to make any decreasing here. We have made all the decreasing we had to make into the front of the, what you call it, opening of the bonnet. So rest of the round is going to be just simple one front post double crochet into the next and one back post double crochet into the next, which is the typical ribbing pattern. Repeat this pattern all the way to the end. Slip stitch on the top of our first double crochet, skip the starting chain 3 and slip stitch on the top of our first double crochet. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3 and make a front post double crochet around the first double crochet. This is our first what you call it, starting chain 3 from the last round. We are going to include that as well and make a front post double crochet into that, back post double crochet into the next, front post double crochet into the next, back post double crochet into the next. Repeat this pattern by making front post double crochet into all the front post double crochets and back post double crochets into all the back post double crochets. Repeat this pattern all the way to the end and then skip starting chain 3 and slip stitch on the top of our first front post double crochet. Slip stitch on the top of our first front post double crochet, and now I will check if I'm going to repeat last round once more or I'm going to just finish it right here. It totally depends if it fits the size I want to make. So let's see. It looks something like this. Maybe I should finish it because I don't think so that I'm going to need to add another round. So maybe I will finish it, but if yours is a little bit smaller and you think that you need to do some more covering here on the front, you can go and repeat last round once more. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on this part, the border one, and that is very simple and easy to make. I'm going to join the other yarn, join the yarn into any of these chain 2 spaces or anywhere you want to. It's better that you join into this chain 2 space, doesn't matter on the front or on the back side, and then we are going to make chain 3, 1, 2, 3. This chain 3 counts as our first double crochet. So I'm going to make 2 more double crochets into same chain space and then chain 2, 1 and 2 and 3 more double crochets into the same chain 3, a chain 2 space, 1, 2 and 3. This completes our first shell stitch. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to skip 2 stitches, this one, and into the third one I'm going to make single crochet. Skip next 2 double crochets and make 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, or what we call a shell stitch. 1, 2 and 3, chain 2, 3 more double crochets into the same stitch, 1, 2 and 3. And now skip next 2 double crochets and single crochet into the next one. Skip next 2 double crochets, shell stitch into the next, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 3 more double crochets, 1, 2, 3, skip next 2 double crochets and single crochet into the next. Work this stitch by making a shell stitch, skipping next 2 double crochets, shell stitch into the next one, which is 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, skip next 2 double crochets and 1 single crochet into the next. Repeat all the way to the until you reach this chain 2 space. Make a shell stitch into that and then repeat the pattern all the way to the end, and then I will resume the video again. Slip stitch on the top of our starting chain 3 into third chain. I'm going to slip stitch and then I'm going to cut the yarn and secure the end, and then I will weave in the end. Now what we are going to do is we need a cord to attach here on the neckline, and for that what we are going to do is we are simply going to make chains. I will make the chains with double strands of the yarn because I want it a little bit thicker. So simply make simple regular chains as long as your cord want according to length of your cord, and then I will resume the video again. I have made the cord and now I am going to weave it into this what you call it, first round, which we started making, where we started making these what you call it, shell stitches. So I will simply weave in like that, simple as that, over 2 double crochets and under next 2 double crochets all the way to the end. So now our what you call it, bonnet with little bit smaller neck warmer is ready, and this is how it looks. Look at this, isn't this just too cute and too I'm just loving it, that how cute it looks. And that's it. Hopefully it was easy to follow my video. If still there is any confusion or if there is anything that you guys did not understand, please comment below and I will try my level best to help you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Happy crocheting. Peace be upon you all.